I was just driving down this coastal road here in Fort Pierce, Florida, and came across this park. It's a site of an old fort, Fort Pierce, I guess. It's what it used to look like, military Fort Pierce at Old Fort Park. Fort Pierce, 1838 to 1842, was a significant Second Seminole War U.S. military post built during General Thomas Jessup's winter campaign of 1837 to 1838. Said it was Fort Pierce was briefly served as the Army of the South headquarters when General Jessup arrived here with his staff and troops in 1838. No battles occurred here, and the Seminoles, who are skilled in survival, resisted removal. The fort was deactivated in February of 1842 at the end of the Second Seminole War. The fort was destroyed by fire in December 1843. They said the fort was up high on a bluff, so elevation increases there. I don't know, it could even be that hill right there, unless that's an Indian mound or something. Beautiful day today. It said the fort was supplied by a spring on site, which is probably in that right over there. Yeah, Dad's over there checking it out. There's another historical sign over past those people. I'm going to go check it out. That's a beautiful little park. But we just had a bad storm a few days ago, a week ago, so there's palm fronds all over the place. And this being Christmas holidays, you're not going to see the work crews out here. Actually, the government shut down, so of course that's federal. I don't think that has any effect over this. Check out all that Spanish moss. It's cool. Alright, that Indian mound right there, the mound at Old Fort Park, contains human remains and was the centerpiece of a AIS, Indian culture, whatever that is, dating back to 500 or 1,000 years. Archaeological evidence shows another smaller mound north of this site. For hundreds of years, people have stood with awe and respect for this mound. It's just a history of all the Indian history here. Prehistoric technology of the Florida Indians. Okay, so it says stay off mound, but there's steps going up the mound. So does it mean stay off it completely, or just stay on the stairs and off the dirt? I don't know. Better to ask for forgiveness later than to ask for permission and they say no, right? Okay, well, did that. There's nothing up here, but a nice view. Check out that oak with the ferns on it. That's pretty cool. Marking site of Fort Pierce, dedicated September 1980. Well, it said the fort was on a high bluff, though. This is a low part. 1838 to 1842, erected July 4th, 1925 by Cora Stickney Harper Chapter, Daughters of the American Revolution, marking site of Fort Pierce. That's a historical marker out in front of the place. If you want to read that, just pause the screen by tapping it. It's continued on the other side as well. Go ahead and pause it now. And this is the other side, the continuation of it. Just go ahead and pause it if you want to read it. Just looking across the streets, people out there on jet skis. Kind of cool for that. Alrighty then, that was Old Fort Park, Fort Pierce. Just happened to come across it driving by. I thought I'd just do a little video on it. Alrighty then.